Hello, everyone. It's me. Waiting for some people to get in here. I wonder who's going to show up. What do you want? Huh? What do you want? Everybody seen your eyeball? Yeah. And no one's coming in. No one loves me no more. Hello, number one. How are you tonight? I hope you're doing good. Hello, Colleen. How are you? Been a long time since I seen you. Thank you for the hearts. How's your weekend going? Okay, Angela, go share. What has everybody been up to tonight? I'm going to start coming back. Again, Angela, put it on charge. I was on last week. I did a small stream. I ain't doing them too long. I got trolled. Oh, we're not trolling you, Terry. Well, don't come in my stream. It's saying you're trolling my channel. Stay away. Stay away from my people. That's what I told them. All right, Colleen. Thank you for stopping in, hon. Really? Yeah, we should go tomorrow. Too. We should go to the cemetery too tomorrow. I might go. Well, it's been cold here at night, so I haven't really done any streams in cemeteries at night. It's been really chilling down. And plus, we have all this smoke up here from the forest fires, the wildfires in Canada, Nova Scotia. We got some here. We got the smoke here, so I've been kind of trying to stay inside because I do have breathing problems. I am on inhalers and on oxygen while I sleep. Go get that. Go get my wifey. Yeah, it started raining earlier. Yeah, it rained here a little bit, but not much. Just to show you, just to show my black vehicle is dirty. Needs washed. Got a new car. We got a Chevy Equinox. I love it. Yeah, COPD. Don has COPD, asthma, emphysema, and he had TB. So he has cavities in his lungs. You're going to poke her again? Go poke her hard. Hello, wifey. Hello, Michael. I usually say that and they come in. I love you guys. Getting married next month, Angela. Getting married. Going to get our marriage license at the beginning of July. Then we got to wait 10 days. Then we can go get married. Say hello, Mike. Oh, Michael's here. What? Look in there. Look here. Looky. Yeah, kitty. I hope you didn't poke her real hard. She's probably in the shower. She's either in the shower or she's playing her game. Hey, Michael, we might be up by Erie Canal. We're either going to the Erie Canal for our honeymoon, or we're gonna go to the train engine graveyard in Ohio. One of the two. If we're up there, we probably come over, scoot over, and say hi to you guys. Game. I told you she's like either one. Well, Mike, does she? You have no. Oh, you should have ideas about that. Jeez. See, I got a new book out. And hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I brought this out. Hope you guys can read it. Haunted History Trails of New York State. I got this book. Where did I get it? I think at a yard sale. It's one of my. It's haunted places up there where you can go and do explores. I might set one up and go. So I got stories to read. And I also got out some cards for the next few days. I got my Practical Witches spell deck. It says 100 spells for love, happiness, and success. Then I got I love this deck. And I got got them out. Hey, K-Pup, how are ya? How you doing? That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah. Where they at? Thank you, Colleen. Okay. There's one more machine back there.
No, the other one's still on the floor.
Oh.
Beside the garbage can.
Oh, okay. Oh. All right, I'm back. Hey, wifey. It's great to see you too, Colleen. Have a nice time. I know that. Okay, in a few. I'll read a story in a few. So what have you all been up to? Okay, that's a good thing. I'm trying to. I've been staying away. I go to some channels, but I've been going to the older ones like Joe and Joey CTV. I've been watching Joe, the one that was with Rob with Urban Explorations. Been watching Rob and Kate too. Been going to them. I've been going to Jimmy C and Friends. I've been going there. I've been going back to the old stuff. Patty, Omar, James. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Okay, go say hi. Meow. Meow. Yeah, but you want petted, but you don't want held. I don't blame you, Colleen. There's too much of it. There's a few I don't go to, like the ones that want to. Well, some of my older channels, they want you to pay to have a card reading. I won't do that, and I'm not going to do it. My channel, all card readings are free of charge. Hmm. 8 in the room and no one chatting. Oh, how shame. What? Don't forget to smash my thumb. Red stop. I've been watching a lot of. Yeah, talk, someone, talk. I'm talking. No one else is talking. Is that okay? My head. Hi. Seen George earlier. Adrian. There's someone else I've seen I haven't seen in a long time, and I can't remember who they are right now. Oh, you want me to read you a story? Okay, I'll read a story. It's called Ineffable Evil in Congealier House. Congealier House. No, I'm busy. I'm sorry. The address of 1129 Ridge Avenue, located roughly where Route 65 meets I-279 today, can no longer be found on a map in Pittsburgh. Blown to oblivion in a massive 1927 explosion, the two-story brick building that used to stand there housed an evil energy that has since been replaced by a ceaseless flow of traffic that now moves through the area. Yet it is testament to the magnitude of the house dark history that it still occupies a prominent place in the Still City folklore. To this day, many supernatural enthusiasts consider it to have been the architectural embodiment of pure evil. The house was built by a corrupt carpetbagger named Charles Wright Congealier, who made a fortune from Civil War reconstruction in Texas. Settling into the house in 1871 with his wife Lydia and their young servant Essie. He couldn't have predicted the horror that awaited them within the walls. That isn't to say that Charles Congealier was powerless to prevent the tragedy that would soon befall his household, but the moment his lustful eyes settled on Essie, his fate was sealed. Renee, who are you? Please don't make fun of Angela. Please do not make fun of Belinda. The other two, I don't care. You can do whatever you want with the other two. But don't come in here and knock my family around. Go for it, Mike. Or you probably already did. Thank you, Mike. When Lydia, I'm going to call it Lydia because I don't know how to pronounce her name. Lydia, caught Charles and Essie in the act. She snapped, setting upon her husband and housekeeper with a butcher knife in one hand and a meat cleaver in the other. Lydia slaughtered the pair. For days, the Congealier home was blanketed in a foreboding air of stillness until the rancid smell brought Pittsburgh police in to investigate the suddenly silent house. Oh, okay. The first officer to arrive were never able to forget what they saw that day. Charles Congealier, who had been stabbed over 30 times, laid in a rank pool of gore, the handle of the butcher's knife still protruding through the chest. Essie was completely decapitated. Her head was lying on the floor near her body, carefully wrapped in a baby blanket. As for the perpetrator of this horrifying double homicide, Lydia was found on the ornately furnished parlor, sitting cross-legged in the middle of the dark room, soaked in blood and babbling incoherently to herself. By all accounts, Mrs. Consular had gone completely mad. Knock it off! The house remained unoccupied for the next 20 years, during which time stories began to circulate about strange sights and sounds coming from the home. People reported hearing a woman scream from inside the house in the dead of night. Others told of frantic wails emerging from the home as if someone within was lost in hysterical grief. Jamie, please, I don't go to your stream and baffle it up. Don't come to my stream and baffle it up. Just go away. If you want anything, go harass Stoney and Betty. They're not but trouble anyways. In 1892, the house was renovated to accommodate railroad workers. It quickly became apparent that something was very wrong with the building. Many of the men were awakened in the middle of the night by high-pitched screams. Others sensed that they were being watched by some unseen malevolent presence while they lay in bed. As if someone was smoldering with intense hatred at the edge of the darkness, waiting for them to fall asleep. The nocturnal hours became a nightmare for the workers, who felt those intangible eyes fall on them from the darkness, and a number of workers suffer from lengthy spells and insomnia. When they learned the history of the house, the strange events suddenly made frightening sense, and it wasn't long before the men refused to sleep there again. Only 2 years after it had been purchased for the railroad company, the house was abandoned again. The house remained unoccupied until about 1900, when it was purchased by a Dr. Adolf C. Brunrichter. The few people in the neighborhood who met Dr. Brunrichter remember him as a rather strange, jumpy man who had difficulty holding a conversation. Seldom seen by neighbors after he moved into the house, he was soon labeled the local eccentric and left to himself. That isn't to say that they ignored him completely. People cast suspicious glances at the brick building, whispering among themselves about the strange noises that occasionally imitate from within. In addition to the accustomed wails, people began to hear the hum of electric machinery, an intermittent loud crash. This situation went on for about a year, until the evening of August 12th, 1901, when the family living next to the Brunrichters' residence was awakened by a terrifying scream, louder than anything that had come from the house before. The neighbors rushed to the window in time to witness an explosion. Through the fabric of Brunrichters' closed curtains, they saw a red light flash through the house, followed by a fury roar that spilled out into the night, shattering every one of the building's windows. The grisly discovery made by the firefighters later that night shocked the entire city within the blackened walls of the fire-damaged house. A woman's badly decomposed body was found lashed to a hospital gurney. Leather straps bound her waist, ankles. Her head was missing, apparently severed from her body with a clean cut of medical precision. The head was discovered in another scorched room, grotesquely mounted before a piece of Gothic machinery straight out of the Mary Shelley Frankenstein. Badly burnt, the dead woman's facial features were horrifically indifferent to the numerous electrodes that connect her head to a Byzantine machinery apparatus that loomed over it.
You want to give him one of his green bones?
Hmm?
Get one of his green bones.
Oh,
And then get the other. He's supposed to take it next time too.
okay. I'll be right back. Eat your num num. Eat it before kitties eat it. Now I gotta find where. Oh, okay. Badly burnt, the dead woman's facial features were horrifically indifferent to the numerous electrodes that connected her head to a Byzantine mechanical apparatus that loomed over it. The machine was still smoking from the explosion that had ripped through the house, and it was concluded that the blast had somehow originated from the bizarre metal contrivance. Further investigation revealed 5 more dead women buried in the basement floor, whose heads have been removed with the same careful precision practiced on the first corpse. It was determined that ever since the demented doctor had moved into the house, he had become obsessed with developing a way to keep people conscious after removing their heads. Legend has it that he achieved limited success in his endeavor. The shrill screams the neighbor had heard earlier that evening were purportedly issued from the head of the woman who was tied to the gurney upstairs, but the mad doctor himself was never able to confirm such speculation, for he was never seen again after August evening. If the house on Ridge Avenue was considered cursed before, the unveiling of Dr. Brunwichner's activities made it worse. People drew conclusions based on the final experience of previous residents, and it was said that an evil spirit permeated the interior, driving everyone who lived there into homicidal dementia. It did not help that the frequency of strangers' occurrences in the abandoned home increased dramatically after Dr. Brunreicher disappeared. It was the emergence of a new phenomena. However, the temporary propelled the empty Pittsburgh home into the national spotlight. On certain nights, individuals who happened to be looking at the house would see faint flickering of light in the windows. Now I lost my place. On other nights, however, the light show in the old consular home was much more dramatic. Harsh eruptions of light would blaze from the house. Sometimes odd observers who look at the freakish strobe effect light lit the windows. Faults in the electrical lines or gas connections were dismissed as culprits because neither ran through the 19th century house. No one could provide a definitive explanation for what was going on inside. The inexplicable phenomena, I can never say that word right, in the house attracted the attention of none other than Thomas Edison, hoping to witness the strange events for himself. The famous inventor visited 1129 Ridge Avenue. Hi, Allie. How are you? Whatever pyrotechnic display he saw in the home, he must have been treated to quite a show, for he left the building intent on inventing a machine that would enable people to communicate with the dead. Based on what he had seen in the consular home, Edison concluded that the spirits manifested themselves through electrical energy. He was convinced that he could communicate with these intelligent entities if he could design a machine that would translate a spirit's electrical current into a medium human could understand. Alas, Edison died before his blueprint could be made into a functioning machine. I'm good. All done with school? As time passed, the flashing lights that had regularly lit up the sky on Ridge Avenue began to fade. An explanation regarding the waning lights were just a speculative as people theories as to why the illuminations had appeared in the first place. In any case, the consular house had not yet come to an end. Oh, okay. Do it. The noise and lights that had been coming from the house had stopped, but it was obviously to everyone who lived in the neighborhood that something very evil remained inside. Perhaps it was the way the house always seemed to be shrouded in the veil of shadow. Oh, you started, where you working? Even during the middle of the day, when the sun was high and not a cloud was in the sky. Consular House somehow looked darker than its surroundings. Oh, okay. She's working at a grocery store.
Who?
Allie.
What grocery store?
Sure, fine.
Good for her.
Uh-huh. Grandpa says good. Yeah, grocery store. What do you do? As if it was dusk on the one lot while a brilliant noon sun shone through the rest of Pittsburgh. At night, any person walking down Ridge Avenue would pick up the pace when passing the deathly stillness of 1129. Cash register. Although no sounds emerged from behind the wrought iron fence, people swore something breathed within the inky blackness of the abandoned house. Something evil that seethed with brittle hatred. During this time, very few people dare approach the house, let alone move in. It remained unoccupied until the early 1920s when it was purchased by Equitable Gas Company. The corporation management is in search of housing for the company. Immigrant workers had no problems ignoring the building's ugly history, given how low the asking price was, without asking a single question about the house's dubious past. The company had the home renovated, transforming it into a boarding house for their core of poverty line Italian immigrants. All right, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Take care and stay safe. It soon became clear that changing the building's floor plan hardly erased its past. Many Italian workers had been living in the house for only a few weeks when they realized that there was much more to it than brick and mortar. Men woke up in the middle of the night to hear strange murmuring voices. I love you too. As if several people were whispering amongst themselves in the darkness. Any boarder who called out to ask who was there only woke up bunkmates who were still asleep. The phenomenon carried on for several months, with the whispering getting louder every evening. At first, the Italian immigrants assumed that the nocturnal noises were the work of the company's American employees who were losing their jobs to immigrants working for less money. Or at least that's what they desperately wanted to believe. Truth was, the people who heard the whispering in the night had a gut feeling that they were not hearing human voices. The cold sweat, the tingling pinpricks down their backs, an unreasonable flood of horror that washed over them as they tried to decipher what was being said. Those awakened by the strange sounds knew in their heart that an inhuman presence loomed in the darkness. Months passed before the intangible evil in the house decided to show the immigrants they were dealing with something much worse than a horrible dream. One night, the boarders were just finishing eating dinner when an agonizing scream rose from the basement. Upon investigation, two of the immigrants staying in the house were discovered dead in the kitchen cellar. Both men had been killed. One was hanging from a rafter in the cellar, his neck apparently broken by his own tangling. Wait. The others were brutally impaled by a wooden shelf, his twisted form lying on the blood-soaked ground with the boards protruding from his chest. As horrifying as the scene was, the realization that both men were killed just moments before made the event all the more shocking. The men standing in the cellar knew that it would have been impossible for anybody to escape after the crime. Moreover, the murderer could have been anybody staying in the house because all of the other boarders had been dying when they heard the scream from the cellar. Each man who stood gawking at the macabre scene was suddenly reminded of the whispers in the night. After the crime, the Equitable Gas Company couldn't pay anybody enough to sleep in the cursed house, and the house once again empty of all human inhabitant. Yeah. Very little was said about the house for most of the 1920s, like the elephant in the room that no one talked about. People in the neighborhood chose to ignore the menacing building, and as the years passed, 1129 dark history was kept alive only through the juvenile folklore of the neighborhood children. The most common challenge issues among those kids involved a foray into the murder house, as it came to be called. But not even the bravest had the courage to crawl through the rusted gate and venture across the overgrown lawn. In September 1927, Consular House again appeared in the headlines of the Pittsburgh newspaper. A drunkard claiming to be Dr. Adolf Brunrichter was arrested by city police, imprisoned while the authorities investigate his feverish confessions. The man spent most of his time delivering lengthy rants about demonic possession. Tortured and murdered, yet despite his maniacal admission, police found no solid evidence linking him to the 1901 murders. It was decided that the man was more hysterical than homicidal. He was set free after 1 month of incarceration. The man was never heard from again, but Consular House was to be in the news one more time shortly after he was released.
Hey,
Okay, hold on. I'm almost done. On November 15, 1927, an explosion rocked the city of Pittsburgh. An Equitable Gas Company storage tank full of natural gas had somehow detonated. The resulting blast was felt all across Allegheny County, and hundreds of homes in a 20-mile radius was damaged or destroyed. People were at loss to explain what had caused the enormous tank to explode. However, there was quite a bit of speculation that the explosion had not originated from the tank, but from a nearby Consular House. After all, the infamous brick building was the only structure that had been completely obliterated in the blast. Since the day of the explosion, paranormal enthusiasts have had a lot of time to speculate over the evil that had occurred in the Consular House. And although no one can say for sure why so much misery occurred there, it is widely acknowledged that while the house stood, something unholy resided in it. Whether or not this force was reasonable for the explosion is anyone's guess. But even today, 75 acres after the structure was consumed by fire, Consular House lives on as one of the major hauntings in Pennsylvania supernatural folklore. Hello, Lady C. How are you? I'll be right back. You're welcome. Okay. I'm good. Hmm. So there's your story. I think I read that story in another book. I'm not sure. The next story is called Powell House. Oh, there's that oil tank that exploded. That's how big it was. Or a gas tank, whatever, which one. That was big. How's the weather your way, Lady C? Hot? I just got done reading the story. You'll have to go back and listen to it. Allie was here. Trolls were coming in. Mike took care of them. Yeah, you said your phone was going to die. They were being bad. I don't know who that one troll is. It's like she's going after everybody. Not me, though. That's all right. They can come in if they want. We'll just boot them out. I've been watching your streams, your ghost things, your investigations, Angela. Oh, you have? Oh, you've been doing private? Been too cold to go to cemeteries and too smoky out there. Vic and Mike and Linda got a lot of the smoke up there. Yeah, they do. We're doing good, Greg. All gone now? I hope. How are you, Greg? Hmm, that's good. So, where did you find me at? They better stay going. I don't troll other channels, so they don't need to troll me. Right? Or my family members. Hmm. You don't do at all. Okay. Oh, okay. I haven't seen him for a while. There was too much drama for me over there. Yes, they do. They act like their 2-year-old got to be name calling. So I've been staying away from drama. I've been watching like true crime channels. That's what I've been doing. I go to the ones when I start watching YouTube. I'm going to their channels now. Getting away from it. Trying to find new channels, but haven't really come. Hello, Ray. How are you? Glad to see you're here. Okay. I will. How's Anna? Hey, everyone. Please keep Omar in your prayers. He lost his mother. Okay. Thank you, Greg. Last month he lost his cousin, and this month he lost his mom within a 2-week span. I like to watch him at his farm. All his animals he's got. He saved and bought and everything. I heard that too, Crook. Did you hear that
What?
tapping noise?
I have headphones on.
Oh. She's looking over that way. No, should I? Is it good? I gotta write that down. Paranormal Nightmare. I'm looking for new channels. Anybody got any good ones? That's no drama in it.
Find that anywhere.
No. Well, the trolls came into mind tonight. We know who they are. It's just. Okay, I wrote that down, Mike. I'm gonna go look at it. Mike, won't you drop your link in? You guys are gonna have to excuse me. Mike, hold the channel down.
Bring back another one of these.
Okay. Move. Boy, drinking this for a while.
Huh?
Not drinking this here stuff for a while.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean a headache?
Want some of this?
No, because I'm still drinking. I don't want that stuff drinking. I've seen wifey. Hi, wifey. Did you like your story, wifey? It was gross about the heads, though. Maybe I'll go through the. Maybe I'll read one from the magazine about a haunted place up there. Let's see, what do we got? I like to go on one of the haunted trails. I'll have to find one. These aren't very long. There's a whole bunch of them. Okay. I'm going to read a few of these. Okay, this is 1867 Park View Inn in Owego, Texas. What the days? Okay, let's do this over again. 1867 Park View Inn, 145 Front Street, Owego, New York. Dine in a haunted restaurant, stay the night, book a ghost hunt, or guided tour, 2 to 25 participants. Visitors are welcome to investigate all 3 floors of this haunted building, which has seen both fire and flood in its time. While recent renovations have turned the spooky upper floors into a cheerful place to stay, signs that spirits walk among the living are still plentiful at the Park View. Yeah. Trails. That sounds like fun. Okay. Here's Bellhurst Castle, 4069 Westlake Road, Geneva, New York. Spend the night in one of the 3 haunted hotels at Bellhurst. Dine in one of 2 restaurants, or book a spa treatment at Isabella Spa Salon named after the famous ghost in white seen roaming the grounds. The victim of a tragic tale, it is said that Isabella still walks the shores of Seneca Lake, grieving her lost lover. Okay, I'll try to do something. Let's see what else. Well, there's other ones in here. That Bellevue place. You guys see that? That's the Sagamore Resort. That is the Bralock Inn. Bralock Inn. I don't put these together right. Oh, down here in this corner, where the bed is, that's Bellhurst. And the other one was, I don't see the other one. Let's see where some of the trails. I gotta find trails. I'm looking for the trails. Mansions, sanatoriums. Okay, I got some trails here. Okay, this is Pine Grove Cemetery, Cook Street Road, Messina, New York. Hello, Wayne. Explore the mysterious Pine Grove Cemetery, number 2. On your own, if you feel brave. Head to the Barnhart section in the rear. It is here that visitors and local ghost hunters have had unexplainable encounters with ghosts, including the feeling of being pushed away and visions of ghostly children running and playing. I gotta find I gotta find where Messina is. Here's Bishop Gillette Headstone, Lakeview Cemetery, Elm Street, Penn Yan, New York. Visit the Bishop Gillette Headstone in Lakeview Cemetery and see the Lady in Granite for yourself. Believed to be the spirit of Matilda Gillette, an image of a woman reclining head as appeared on the dark tombstone, and nothing has been able to remove it. Legend has it once Matilda's entire image forms, she will be free to haunt the local community. Oh, you guys live by Messina. There's a lot of different ones in here. Thank you, Wayne. Okay, Greg, that's a good idea. What, did Angela leave us already? I wonder where Mr. George is. I seen him earlier. Oh, really? What's a res? Oh, okay. The reservation. Okay. If we go to the reservation, we go to Salamanca, right?
Huh?
We go to Salamanca reservation, right? Is that the reservation we go to? We went to your Indian girlfriend? Okay. Okay, I just. Okay, Paranormal Nightmare. I got him. Hello, everyone that's here. Thank you, Greg. What? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, Wayne. Thank you. What do you think you're going to do? There's one in there you can go in. I'm okay, Wayne. I just got a little headache. Everybody see your ear. Yeah. Only been. Let's see. I've seen one in here. I like to go here. The theater. I like to see that. Oh, let's see. There's the. That ain't far from us. There's a Wildwood Sanatorium down in Salamanca, New York. 71 Prospect Avenue, Salamanca, New York. As seen on Destination America Paranormal Lockdown, ghost hunts, overnight hunts, and guided ghost tours will take you through the sanitarium where shadow figures, orbs, EVPs, and physical hauntings have been known to happen. Once a holistic healing center and then a tuberculosis clinic, Wildwood has seen tragedy, disease, disaster within its walls. Ogdenburg, and you can't get into it? Let's see. Right here's a Wildwood Sanitarium. Right here. This one. I'm seeing if there's any more. I don't see any more. I'll have to look for that and see if there's any more. Oh, not the old one? Hmm. And he can probably let you in the new one. You should try the old one. Haven't tried the old one. You can probably get in there. There'll be more in the old one than the new one. Oh, okay. That's why they ain't gonna let him in there. Oh. Gotta get out there. It's fully functional. Dang, huh? It is 59 down here. It's too cold. Come on in and talk. There's 8 of you here. Oh, it's all fenced off. Oh. That's not good. I know, Mike. You're here. You're always here. George didn't even come in tonight. I'm hoping to see Mason. Haven't seen him in a long time. I even tried to text him. You went fishing? Yeah, I want to go. I like fishing. The smoke from the wildfires, those dying down up there. It's supposed to rain up there. I know I miss him too. Maybe I'll start going on at 10 again. Maybe he'll come in one of these nights. Usually he's like the first one here. Is it? And one day it was smoky. And the following day was smoky. Thursday and Friday was bad down here. Did you guys get rain up there? Well, it's supposed to. They're hollering for it. Let's see if I find my weather channel and check it out. Weather channel, there you are. You guys are getting some rain up there for the forest fires. We're only getting sprinkles down here. Now I know where you guys are at in New York. You guys are way up there. I suppose I'll get off here. Only Mike and Melinda's talking. I appreciate that. Thank you, Wayne, for stopping in. Thank you, Greg. And all you other. Everyone, please take care. Stay safe. I'll try to do a stream tomorrow. I'll do my new crystals. And if we can get people in here, we'll read cards. If not, I'll read another story. And if you guys talk to Angela, tell her to have her phone fully charged. Okay, everyone, take care. Stay safe. Bye, wifey. Bye, Michael. No, I can't get off. Not letting me get off. Oh, no, I can't get off. All right. Thanks, Mike. Not letting me in my broadcast. Can't do anything.
What's the matter?
I can't do nothing.
Can't shut it down?
I ain't letting me.
Illegal way then.
I mean, I can't get out of my stream.
You do it the illegal way, everything shuts down.
Okay.